In my latest video, you had part 1 to this 2-part series of the behind-the-scene process of making my coloring book. There you saw the beginning of this project up until I got the first sample of my book. In this video, I'm going to show you everything that unfolded after that. So I'm just going to go through the book and see what kind of things I'd like to change, which aren't that much. I was hoping it would be perfect, but it's never like that. So let's just get this done. First of all, on the front page, it looks a bit desaturated to me, so I want the color to be more prominent. So I'm using one of these samples to write all the changes, to test out the different mediums of what works with the pages and what doesn't, because they didn't really have different paper thicknesses, which I would prefer. It's going to look a lot better and not as cluttered when the text is a bit smaller. Otherwise, I think everything is good with all the illustrations. I'm wondering if this should be smaller, but I think it works. Accidentally put a line there, which is annoying. And then this one as well, like smaller text. Okay, so I thought I'd show you the difference between the new sample and the old sample, because I did some changes on the files after I saw the first one. Obviously, in an ideal world, everything would be fine, but it wasn't. But only minor details, really. First of all, with the cover, I'm happy with the cover in general. I like the colors and everything, but it came out a lot darker when it got printed out than what it looked like on my computer. So I ended up going with this one instead. Basically, this is the old one and this is the new one. On the back cover, these columns were a bit, I don't know, slightly different sizes. So I redid it and made sure everything was accurate. What else did I do? I changed I put in just like the coloring book. Didn't have that previously. And, sorry, that's my neighbor. And then here I did, I made the font a bit smaller. So now it fits nicely on 3 lines, which I prefer. Then moving on, here I did change the fonts as well. So you can see that it was slightly bigger, but then I made it slightly smaller because I thought it would, yeah, it was exaggerated, the font size, really. So there's a globe and then there's, you know, the illustration on the other side, and this shows where, you know, the people are based. I just lifted it up slightly, you know, literally like not even. Can you see the difference? No, because I can't really either. But when I look at this, it's more pleasing to the eye, so I did prefer that. There was this slight accidental line to this illustration, so I had that taken away. Yeah, I guess that's it. And then there were some extra pages in the back that I also took away because there were just blank pages. And I feel like that was the main changes in the whole book, but I'm pleased, like I'm happier with this one. So now I'm just waiting for, you know, the outer copy to come that does not have, you know, this text written all over in the front and in the back, so that I can actually create the promotional content and finish my, you know, video showing the actual book. So, still waiting. Today is a pretty rainy day, which is perfect for planning. So I'm in the process of making the promotional video. for the actual book. So I had a lot of ideas and quite detailed ideas of how I wanted it to look like. Also quite overwhelming ideas. I had so many scenes and stuff. Definitely overestimated or underestimated how long that would take and how complicated that would be. So I've definitely minimized it a lot. But I think I'll be very happy with this process instead. But another thing, I got my samples and all of them say not for resale. What I didn't realize is when you create a Amazon KDP that when you order a sample before it's published, it actually always comes out with these not for resale, both on the back and the front. So I can't really use these for my promotional videos because I don't really want them to be visible like that. So I've had to rethink how I'm gonna film the promotional videos so that you only see the interior pages rather than this, which is not cute. And then I'll have to make it, I don't know, cohesive in a way where I do show the front page and the back page in the end, which is the plan for now, because I don't have time to be waiting for the actual book to arrive. I just gotta get things done that I can get done up until that point. And also, if you do want to get your book published and then order a sample for it, or it won't even be a sample at that point, it will be a copy of it, then you still have to wait up to 72 hours for them to approve the book before you can even, buy it yourself. So that's too much time for now. Gotta get things done that I can get done. So I'm planning all the scenes and I am dividing it into what kind of lens I want to use, how the shot is going to look like, because I am getting help with these ones as well, because I'm going to shoot them outside and I'm also going to be in the shot. So I'm gonna need some help and I will need to actually remember as well my vision for the whole thing. So I'm creating quite detailed form of how I want to shoot everything. And it's also getting done tomorrow, so although I love this rainy, cozy weather for now, but I do need it to clear up for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll need a sunrise shot with the sun, without the skies, without the clouds, I mean. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm planning that, and then I have to edit another video for another illustration about the Inuit people. So yeah, let's just get things going. Here I was planning out all the different shots and angles. I ended up using one scene for the whole video, but I originally had a lot more scenes planned, but it was not necessary. At least I got to practice planning the shots for any future videos I'd like to make.
You went down a hill. This is a really nice shot, just your hands.
That's what I was
I am so 100% excited to start colouring this in. Hey!
So one of my plans today was to get a backdrop for, not even a backdrop, blanket, something for, the flat lays. I want to show the whole book, I want to show all the pages so that people know what they're buying. So I wanted to have a clean surface, and I was trying to get that at the thrift shop. They didn't really have anything I wanted, and they usually have sales at the end of the month, but not now. So So the ones I was like, okay, this one is okay, but they were too expensive to be like, actually go for it. So yeah, so I kind of ended up with jackets instead. So I was just gonna cut the videos from the beach trip I did for the intro. I was actually gonna do like so many different scenes for the promotional videos of this book. Why? Because I had so many like visions and ideas in my head. And then in the end, I'm like, that's excessive, and you don't have a whole production team, and you can slow down, and it's your first like bigger product. And even for this video, people are like, oh, you're making a video promoting it. So I was gonna go so overboard. I had all these ideas of like this and this, and then transition to this, and then this scene, and then there's the waterfall scene, etc. And that's not necessary at all. Like, you're doing too much. So I did the beach scene, and honestly, it's perfect. It's good. And so I just started. I was just gonna cut off the videos and organize, you know, what was gonna come first and all of that. And then, but then I just went into a whole, you know, hole of editing. So at least now the intro of the promotional video is finished. Happy with that. So yeah, things are coming together. In a couple of days, I'll get the samples without the text overlay over, so they're actually, you know, well, they call it the author's copies, because the samples do have, you know, the not for resale thing around the cover and the back, but the author's copies do not. So that's what I ordered. They're coming in 2 days, and then I'll be able to finish off the promo video as well, making a whole, you know, look through the book. So yeah. Okay, so I'm on my way to town. It's really hot today. It's like 32 degrees. I'm already sweating, even though I just took a shower. But that's not the point. I'm gonna go and get some backdrops and some background things for my promotional videos. You'll see it in the end anyways. And so that it'll look very cute. And also I'm gonna get some, what is it called? Dried flowers. So yeah, to make it cuter. And I already have some, but they're like 4 years old or something. Like, it's time to get some new ones and throw those out. So it was about town anyways. Yeah, I'll see what I find and update you. I did mention today that I was gonna go to, you know, and get some flowers, and I did. Here you have some eucalyptus. Here you have some, I have no idea what this is, pink flowers, and then we have some blue flowers. Let's see if I can focus it. Okay. And yeah, and then in the back here as well, we have something. So yeah, I'm ready. So my samples, like my finished samples, my author's copies were that I was going to use to create photos, and rest of the promotional video are delayed. So that's a bit annoying. They could come today, but most likely not, or they could come the next 5 days. But I was expecting them to come today, so I'd set up everything for that. But it's fine, I still have a lot of things to do. Besides from that, I still can get stuff done. But yeah, it just makes that I have to rethink a bit of what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna do it. That's fine. So yeah, I guess I just gotta do all the, technical stuff, edit the website, at least up until, what I can do, and wait for them to arrive. They'll be coming like a couple of days, the latest, before I leave and do a mini vacation. So I was hoping to get most of this stuff done by then, and I also want to take some analog photos of the book, but that makes it a bit more difficult when I don't have them, but oh well. It is what it is, and we're gonna work with the timeline we've got because we can't change it, so there's no point in, being annoyed. So yeah, let's just get to work. I filled those days in with more administrative tasks I did not need the finished artist copies for. I did make a separate video about the Inuit people, so if you'd like to check that out and see the illustration process, I'll have that linked. So, okay, the window is open, but I hope you can still hear me. I have been coloring in some pages today. We have this one, which is the Waki people, and then I also colored in the Inuit, which is more pastel colored, while the other one is more vibrant. But while I was coloring it in, I noticed some minor mistakes. It's not even like mistakes, it's just I forgot to draw a few lines. So now I'm contemplating whether or not I should redo it. Just like edit it and, yeah. So I might actually do that. We'll see. Because I don't know. Should I put that extra work? It's like, I think people will barely notice. What more? Yeah, I'm waiting for the books to come today, so at least I can take general photos of them and finish off the promotional video, add it to the Amazon page, create the content plus things for Amazon. There's a lot to do. Add it to the website. I probably said that already. But yeah. So I'm hoping it comes. Like it's, starting to become late afternoon. So I would like to shoot all of it today, possibly. I did end up getting the books just in time to shoot all of the content. As you can see here, these are the fabrics I ended up buying from the thrift shop. They're basically scarves in different colors that I could use as underlays for the coloring book, and then I could decorate it with some flowers. Here I'm also showing how the final outcome looked like from all this mess. I basically shot the books from the time I got them that afternoon until the sun went down. Sometimes the layout that you come out with works perfectly, and other times it doesn't really do that at all and you have to try something completely new. But you just have to work with it until it works, I guess. So I ended up having to reshoot some things because it was super blurry. So one of the things were me looking through the book, and yeah, I just could not use that. But I had to use another lens for it to work out well with the focus and everything, and this was basically my setup. I had my camera on top of this table and angling it down, but I'm very happy it survived. Hi. other thing I have to do is to change up my website. So I already have a website, but I find it quite, overwhelming. There's a lot of things on it. I want to simplify it and make it very obvious what Chasing Water is, what we provide, update the product, basically adding the like, it's really hot today, so the window is open, but it doesn't stay open, so anyways, so what I need to do is to well, today I'm not going to do too many changes with the actual website. I'm going to write down exactly what I want to be done, so that I can do it probably tomorrow, but it's probably going to take a few days. That's why I'm pretty happy I'm doing it a couple of weeks before the launch, just so everything is ready. And I'm not editing the website in itself. I'm creating a duplicate, and then I'm gonna replace the old one with the new one when the launch is happening. So exciting things, but it takes a while. Thankfully, I'm pretty happy with the look of the website and how it's set up. So it's basically just adding and subtracting a lot of things, and yeah, making sure it works well, because that's the most important thing. Although you don't have to go through the website to, reach the product, because it is sold on Amazon. But at least it's nice to have a nice and clean website so that people know what it is about. So yeah, that's my current thing. Things are always easier in your head, but then when you sit down and try to create things, suddenly you have to add codes and rethink your whole idea to make it work out without adding too many codes. I've created websites several times before, so I already know that I often have to come to terms with the fact that sometimes I'm just not able to create the things I envisioned. Luckily, I didn't start from scratch. I already had a website to begin with that I had to change the layout for and tweak a little bit, but it was fairly easy. So I spent a lot of time tweaking the document. There was always something that needed or that I wanted to change. It took so long to get the thumbs up for the A+ content for the books, which is the additional product information that you can see here. Basically, when you create a KDP on Amazon, you can't really modify the pictures of the book. It only shows you the front and back cover as a default, and you can't add anything beyond that. So it's very nice to have some A+ content so that people can know what it's about and actually see the inside of the book as well. I had to change a couple of things on the A+ content before it was finally approved on all of the markets. It took a while, and I was not sure it would happen in time for the launch date. There is less than 24 hours until the launch, which is exciting. Well, yeah, it's literally like, it's about 11 hours until the launch, so I think most of the things are ready. Just have to do some things right before, but other than that, it's pretty much ready to go, which is exciting. I can't wait to finally have it out because I need some sleep. So I just checked my page on the American side, and they've actually published my photo just now, and also my A+ content, which I thought wouldn't come in time. So I'm super excited that everything actually looks, okay, and it all happened in time. I'm so happy. The launch day was such a beautiful day. I really enjoyed sharing my project with friends, family, and strangers across the web. It felt like a day of completion, but also a day of a new beginning. I love the fact that the book has reached many corners of the world and that it has connected with different people from different walks of life, ages, and cultures, just as I wanted with the book. If you'd like to get your own copy, I have the links below. Apart from that, I'll see you next time.